It's the boys from We Talking About Sports, Justin and Ron, and we're here to debate three topics. And we're going to start with the Austin Rivers debate, Ron. Austin Rivers recently made a claim. He said that 30 NBA dudes could easily play in the NFL right now. And I got to tell you, man, this kid is outside of his mind, brother. When I saw Charles Barkley on the Shannon Sharp podcast, he said that he was in high school, had a growth spurt, went and practiced for one day football, high school football, and knew at that point it wasn't for him. The people in the NFL, they're a different breed. It's a different animal. It's to get that, be willing to put the pads on and be that physical for 60 minutes. There's just no way. And I will shoot some bell to Austin Rivers and tell him, look, maybe a handful of select, maybe you can get 5 that could go to the NFL. The LeBron James of the world, just because of the physical, the speed, all the capabilities he has, but you're not going to give me 30. You're just not.
No, I mean, Austin Reeves is definitely Austin Reeves. I'm thinking about the Lakers, my team. Austin Rivers is definitely out of pocket here. He's definitely just clout chasing. He wants to be, he's a analyst now. He wants to get all the clicks. He wants to get all the likes. I saw Pat McAfee talk about it later, and he didn't think it was going to hold that much weight, and everybody just started going off about it because it was such a ridiculous statement. I mean, Anthony Edwards, Zion, Braun, the handful of guys that could maybe play in the NFL, even then, it'd be at select positions. They couldn't play quarterback. They couldn't, offensive line, defensive line. So that's one thing. Then you talk about NBA guys going to the NFL. I mean, who are the faces of the league right now? Chet Holmgren, Anthony Davis. I mean, we're talking about bigger centers, right? Power forwards. Those guys would not make it a day in the NFL. Let's just be honest. And to be honest, Justin, I mean, I think it's more of the mental aspect, right? Like when you're in the NBA, it's 5-on-5, not too many things to worry about. When you're in the NFL, a lot of other things could happen, man. A missed block can lead to a sack fumble of your franchise quarterback. Somebody running the wrong route leads to a pick six. I was watching the O.J. Simpson documentary, and it says that a lineman missed a block, and that's how he had the run when USC played UCLA, in his college football days. So little things like that. Super Bowl, Purdy to Ayuk, missed assignment there. These basketball guys, man, it's either you got a zone, pick and roll, maybe a random trap here or there. But mentally, I think that there's a lot more going on in the NFL. So that's a tough transition for me. Austin Rivers is out of pocket. He needs to stay in his damn lane.
Man, let's move over to the NFL. And the rumor is Najee Harris, Pittsburgh's Najee Harris, possibly going to the Star. And I got to say, this is a perfect fit for the Cowboys, Ron, because we lost 1,000-yard back in Tony Pollard. So why not replace him with another 1,000-yard back, Najee Harris? He had 1,005 rush yards to Jalen Warren's 780. So the guy had 1,000 yards in a system where he's not the only running back. There's a 2-2 running back system in the Steelers. That's going to be the exact fit he's going to go to if he goes to Dallas. You pair him up with Zeke, who almost had 600 yards rushing as well. He's back in the same situation. It's good for us. We cannot put out Rico Dowdle and Zeke as our two main backs. Jerry, you told me you were all in, and those two guys alone is not all in. So Najee Harris, to me, makes a lot of sense.
I'm going to be the first to let you guys know that this is fake news. At least that's what's coming out of Dallas as far. Justin, I read the headline like you. I was super excited. I said, you know what? We'll go get Najee. I don't love the guy, but he's a solid player, better than what the hell the Cowboys have right now at running back. All right. But Pittsburgh declined his 5th-year option. All right. They're probably not going to re-sign him. And if you look at it, it's a lose-lose for Najee. If he sucks, he's not going to get re-signed, and other contenders aren't going to want him. If he goes off this year, he'll want too much money, and teams won't want to pay off for just that one-year performance. It doesn't surprise me that it's fake news because Jerry Jones and the Cowboys organization have a horrific front office. Let's not forget the wide receiver, Roy Williams, all that spectacle, all those trades, terrible. They let DeMarco Murray walk. He didn't have a great career after that, but regardless of it, then you let go of Zeke. He goes and gets more miles on him for another year with the Patriots. And then you say, you know what? We want him back. We made a mistake, or whatever the hell they're thinking over there. Also paid a mediocre quarterback lots and lots of money, and now you have to pay CD and you have to pay Micah Parsons. So I'm kind of glad that it's fake news because it just makes me feel like don't ever get your hopes up when it comes to the Cowboys and making free agent or offseason picks because they're terrible at it.
Let's move over to the league, the NBA playoffs underway.
Yes,
and
sir.
The debate has been Who is the face of the NBA? Some people have said it was going to be Jason Tatum. You know, the NBA was kind of pushing for that. You've seen them all over the commercials, State Farm, all over. They're pushing the shoe. But Anthony Edwards said, "Oh, hold up. I got this." And honestly, it's the 90 sauce for me, dog. The way that he's on the perimeter, dancing back to the basket, fadeaway shot. That's MJ. That's Kobe. That's the basketball I miss from my childhood. The guy said, you know what? If the face of the league is up for grabs, I'm taking it. I'm not going to wait any longer to crown someone the face of the league. Anthony Edwards is him.
1,000% agree on you here, man. Anthony Edwards is definitely the face of the league. Let's just be honest. He's a stone cold killer out there. He's the Black Mamba. He is MJ right now. And he's young. And I love the way he carries himself. Doesn't take the game too seriously. You see him on the court, doing the DX suck it and all that. And he can. Justin, he can do that because of the numbers that he's putting up. Rudy Gobert decided to go have a kid and want to be there for him to, get born. Hey, that's fine, Rudy. Family first. So what does Ant say? Hey, I got this. I'm going to put the squad on my back. He might have not even had a breakout game, but him being on the court, running, the offense and being solid on defense, being that dog, everybody feeds off of that. Right now, he's not only the face of the Timberwolves, he's not only get them to the NBA championship and maybe possibly be the finals MVP, but I believe he's the new face of the league. He told everybody to step aside because that MVP, Joker, that reign that he's having 3 out of 4 years, that's over. That trophy is Anthony Edwards next year.